Hey guys, welcome to Bastion Time. I am your host Bastion, and this is Nintendo News. Let's get to that news. First of all, a very strange story coming out about Sega formally and officially announcing, hey, yeah, we let our quality slip during the Wii era. Whoops. And they basically go on to say that because the Wii was selling so well that they wanted to just put out a whole bunch of games on it, quality be damned. And that's exactly what happened, as we all know. I mean, there are all kinds of horrific Wii games that came from Sega, like Sonic and the Black Knight, which is laughably one of the worst games of that era, and things like that. So, I mean, but wait, didn't Sonic Boom come out for the Wii U? Isn't like that the worst Sega game? I don't know. Anyways, it's just amusing to hear of a company actually being this honest and saying, yeah, we let it slip because we just want to make some money and put out a bunch of crap. I can't believe a company would actually admit something like that, but good for them. Our next story is pretty odd. It is that apparently, back during the DS era, EA Games, or they just called EA, whatever, they were working on a Pokemon clone, or a game heavily inspired by Pokemon, to come out for the DS. Basically, they wanted their own Pokemon, and so they were in development for a very long time on this, but then eventually scrapped it, because probably they realized Pokemon is already Pokemon. You can't out-Pokemon Pokemon unless you're like Yokai Watch, or whatever the heck that thing's called, so yeah, it's just weird that they would decide to try to copy Pokemon in that kind of way and then just scrap it all, but now we know. If you want to read more about that, there's a link down there for you. Our next story is weird. It is about a Twitch streamer streaming himself playing Pokemon Go, and during his stream, this robber approaches him and takes his phone and hits him a bunch of times and then takes off with his phone, which is still streaming to the Twitch channel. As I'm recording this, that robber, even though there's like full clear face images of him from that stream, has not yet been caught. Maybe that's changed since I last checked the news story. You let me know down in the comments, but yikes, that's pretty scary. Of course, I mean, I'm not trying to blame the victim here, but this guy was streaming in Central Park in the middle of the night, which is not a good idea, and clearly wasn't paying attention to his surroundings and whatnot. Again, I'm not blaming the victim, but I'm certainly not gonna... Well, first of all, I'm never going to go to Central Park in the dark, but I'm not gonna play Pokemon Go in Central Park in the dark. But, anyway, that's pretty scary. You can watch the whole video of it occurring. There's a link down there for you. Our next story is about Dragon Quest VIII, the remake for the 3DS, and this was a game that was originally made for the PlayStation 2, and I had already purchased a PlayStation 2 back in that day because I really wanted to play Dawn of Mana, which is like a sequel to Secret of Mana, which was a game for the Super Nintendo, and in order to play Dawn of Mana, I had to get a PlayStation 2, and I figured I already have it. I may as well try out one of these Dragon Quest games that I'd never played before, so I got Dragon Quest VIII, and it was awesome. It's very different from the rest of the Dragon Quest games because it uses like full 3D models and they're like regular human proportions and stuff, not cute little chibi sprite things. And it had great voice acting, like some of the best voice acting I've ever heard. Usually I'm turned off by voice acting, to be honest with you, and that's why when people are like, oh, Zelda should have voice acting, I'm always like, ugh, most voice acting is terrible. It's like not good, but Dragon Quest VIII had amazing voice acting. So the story is, you'll be pleased to know that that voice acting, I don't know if it's the same voice acting or if it's brand new voice acting, that's something I'd like to know, but in any case, voice acting in general will be included in the 3DS version. However, another thing that I really loved about that game is that it had orchestral music played by an actual orchestra, and apparently that's being scrapped and it's going to be replaced by synthesized music. Probably because they can't fit all of that audio data onto a 3DS cartridge, both all of this voice acting, and it's quite a long game, so a lot of voice acting and orchestral music. It's just size-wise easier for them to put some MIDI stuff on there or sampled stuff, so that's unfortunate because the music was beautiful. I hope I'm not too disappointed, but we'll see. I'm definitely getting it, so I'll report back to you guys what I think about it. Anyways, that's it for this episode of Nintendo News. See you guys in a couple days for more news. Bye, guys.